this is something, something absolutely off the record. So because I just like to speak, and that's all. But we are going to start very soon. I don't know whether you've heard that recruitment became a target in international intelligence. I just a month ago read an article that North Koreans are placing workforce all over the world, but especially in the US. They are applying for the jobs, using AI, developing batch LinkedIn accounts and profiles, and things like that. It's becoming kind of a problem in the US in some instances because they are looking for IP and confidential information. And they are very good because they are prepped with AI. They have very high technical capabilities. But the leader of CrowdStrike, who's a counterintelligence agency, private counterintelligence agency, developed a very interesting question to sort these guys out of the recruitment process. And they asked the question, is Kim Jong-il fat? Because that's such a high risk for the applicant to say anything about it that they hang up at once. That's an interesting story, I think, about the use of AI and how our whole world changes. But now we have different stories. I think we're kind of on time. The people are getting in. Okay, so we are going to have a tandem presentation, which are always the best. And one of the presenters told me that this presentation and her whole life is about women power. And I totally understand that, because she's a mom, she leads a psychiatry practice, and she's the HR director of Nagarro, which is insane, isn't it? I wouldn't be able to do that. Well, I couldn't be a mom, but I obviously can be a dad. I just completed that part of my life already. And Nagarro is an interesting company because if I understand correctly, they started in 2019 and they have a global workforce of 18,000 people and 3,000 of them are here in Europe. And all IT guys, only IT services, so engineers and account managers and things like that, which is wonderful, I think at least. And it's a non-hierarchical company, which is another thing that is very, very interesting. And her partner is going to be a startup founder, and they did a project together, the founder and CEO of RSight, and they are doing precisely what I talked about, and well, the rage is about AI. How can AI improve the processes of the companies? And he's another interesting guy, because I kind of like to speak languages, and I speak a couple, but he speaks 8 languages, ladies and gentlemen, and that's not bad. Not bad from any count, Chinese included. So please welcome on the stage Mirabela Ionescu and Philippe Beucher.
Hi everyone, how are you? Hope you are having fun at this great event. A big thank you first for the organizers for it, and thank you to our MC for the great introduction. Now, although the room is not full yet, I know there are a lot of recruiters here. If not in your current roles, at least at heart, because we will always stay first recruiters. I started my career in HR, in talent acquisition, many, many years ago. And I still remember those times are haunting me when I had to go through tons of piles of hard copy CVs by that time to identify the suitable candidate. Luckily, technology on our side now, things have definitely evolved, though some challenges are still the same and are still here. Today, we will be talking about the behind the scenes of how we are trying to solve these challenges through technology, but not any technology. It's about AI, the buzzword of the moment. So we really hope to show you real-life demonstration. We have a demo later on of how a recruiter's job looks like when he or she has the AI help. Before we go into that, we want to stay a bit on the challenges. I'll tell you about a recruiter in Nagarro. In Europe, we are hiring more than 400 tech roles every year. These are niche roles. Sometimes they come with foreign languages on top of that. So a recruiter in Nagarro needs to navigate through 16 countries in Europe and different job platforms in each country in order to get to the right candidate. It's a time-consuming activity, definitely. Then, this talent is not everywhere. So we have to be faster than our competitors. We have to get to the suitable candidate faster for our business. Time is never on our side, right? So this technology definitely needs to work on this better. It's not only about that, right? With AI, what we try to solve and what we saw from first days even, is that we have access to dashboards, not reports, not old reports, manual reports, how we are used to keeping track of our candidates. That's a real result when you get the help of the insights to have insightful conversations with business partners to change maybe the requisition. Or you have time now to go back to the candidates and give them faster feedback because they want to, right? This is the demo about, and I will hand it over to Philippe here to show you a bit about RSight.
Thank you, Mira, and hello everyone. Before launching RSight, I was working for companies like Accenture, Capgemini, where I managed and recruited thousands of people. I also conducted by myself thousands of candidates interviews, and I relate also with the recruiter by heart, even if I was more in the management part. And I used maybe all the solutions that we have in the market to find candidates. So recruiting agencies, very small, mid-size, and of course the leader in the world, internal recruiters, and of course the very vast HR tech ecosystem. And it has been almost always challenging, and sometimes very, very challenging. And that's why I created RSight. So RSight is an AI who assists organizations, so it's really a companion, to find the right talents in a very simple way. And what Nagarro, but also all our clients are getting, they are getting screened and qualified candidates based, of course, on their requisition, who are matching the recruitment request and, of course, want to be recruited by the organization. Just to give you a bit of, what brings AI now in the process, it brings simplicity. And today, our client, of course, Nagarro, but they can instantly recruit in 200 plus countries and territories in the world, just like that. And in the language that they want, of course, to use 24/7, obviously. And they give also an access, like a window with a single interface to thousands of job boards. And of course, a lot of sources to where AI is hunting for them in more than 1 billion candidates. And exactly as Mira was saying at the beginning, the data is also very, very powerful because there are a lot of data points. We can, it's a real-time data, and we can put a lot of KPIs and other information that are very valuable. And now we'll go to the demonstration. So it's about the life of a Nagarro recruiter. I think I need to put one more time. Okay, just of course they need to sign in or in single sign-on or just a classical authentication. You will see it's about the SAP developer speaking German language in 3 countries. It was with Hungary, Romania, and Poland. We had, it was a 2 weeks time frame that we had to find a good candidate. So you see also the real data that was real results that we had. And of course, we'll also 2 use cases when you see also the companion avatar, speaking avatar, giving two things. One, doing a requisition by voice. And second, of course, we have a second use case, having the avatar who is giving some personal advices. So we'll start with, so we have also the help at any time, like a classical support solution. You can find any request, any candidates very quickly in the candidate that you have. And we'll start now with new request, help with AI, because AI is helping a lot in this process. The voice mode, we of course see that a bit later. So the request, you can either start only with the job title, that's asking, of course, the AI to create for you, and after to complete, or describe the word, like just what you want, like a simple prompt. And of course, now we will see the one with job description. Today we have a PDF and Word, and unstructured data, and here it's a Nagarro job that was already published, just copying the text without any other thing to be done, and copying exactly in the interface, and in a few seconds you get your requisition that is pre-filled. Of course, always you need to not rely on AI, because AI will do 2 things. First, capture the data, and second, of course, suggest whatever is missing. A lot of time when we receive a job description, we don't have salary. Yeah? So it's proposing a salary. You need to receive it. It's in the policy of the organization. As you can see, is all what we say parsed. You can change in normal text whatever field that you want to do. You also have the possibility to add, to see the screening question that are asked to the candidate, and you can also add more. Yeah? If you want that I know, as an example, if the candidate is okay to work in an open space. Yeah? So to be sure that the candidates who are coming are correct to the data. In the demo, it's not validating the demo in this case. We just explain after what is happening. So it's posting in a lot of job boards. After the request, it's going to source candidates. It's going to contact candidates. Of course, the candidates are scored by a vector that we developed in-house. And after they are contacted, they can be doing the screening either in an AI screening way, in the same way that you just saw, with their CV that we already have, or their CV they can parse, to pre-fill everything and finish the process of screening, or they can be called by AI in a bit more than 100 languages. And other ways, you know that we have also the European AI Act, which will be enforced next year. And we need supervision for all AI. And if the candidate don't want to interact with AI, we need to have human. So we have also back office of colleagues who are speaking today 8 languages when candidates don't want to interact with AI. And now I will let Mira to continue with.
I will show you a snapshot of the report of a live dashboard. This is a role SAP ABAP developer with German, 3 countries, Hungary, Romania, and Poland, and it was active for 2 weeks. You can see at every stage in the funnel how many candidates has the AI sourced through, how many were approved by Nagarro, by the recruiter, how many were scheduled further for the interviews, and so on. I don't know how the numbers seem to you, but let me tell you about niche role ABAP, right? In 2 weeks' time, in a traditional way, if a recruiter could get to 2 CVs, suitable candidates, that would have been amazing. Now with this AI help, sourcing through hundreds of CV, identifying 200 suitable candidates, that's even powerful. Of course, you get to put notes to suggest your calendar availability. But what you will see next is the recruiter's favorite part. When you go in a new market and when you don't know the salaries there, you don't know where the candidates, in which location they are sitting, you have the avatar AI to be asked for suggestions, for maybe interview suggestions. So we will stop a bit.
How can I be of assistance?
Hello, how are you?
Hello. I'm here and ready to assist you. How can I help you today?
Can you tell me in which two cities in Hungary can I find the most developers?
The two cities in Hungary with the most developers are Budapest and Debrecen due to their vibrant tech industries and higher concentration of IT companies.
And what is the salary of a senior Java developer in Debrecen, Hungary?
The average salary for a senior Java developer in Debrecen, Hungary generally ranges from 30,000 euros to 55,000 euros annually, depending on experience and company.
And what is the legal period notice for an employee in Hungary if the employee resigns?
In Hungary, the statutory notice period for employee resignation is generally 30 days, but this might vary based on employment contracts or collective agreements.
Thank you. Now I want your help to do a new request.
Of course. Could you please provide me with more details about your request?
Sure. I want to recruit a senior Java developer based in Debrecen, Hungary, who knows Spring, Angular and TypeScript, and for a gross salary of 55,000 euros and with a start date in 30 days from now.
To continue, you can now quit the voice mode.
So now we just capture the data. Now there are few, but you can really stay 30 minutes, speaking a lot of things, capture everything, what you say. So in the same way, you can review what they say here. John is very, very precise, and of course add whatever you need to add to do things. And now we go to the second.
How can I be of assistance?
Hello again. I want your help to do an efficient candidate interview.
Could you provide more details about the role or position for which you are preparing the interview process? This will help tailor the advice accordingly.
Yes, it's for my data scientist opportunity.
Here is my proposition for your specific opportunity created 1 week ago. Start by reviewing the candidate's CV for relevant experience and skills. Ask about their experience collecting and processing datasets. Inquire about Python, SQL, and machine learning projects they've worked on. Request examples of implementing and deploying machine learning models. Test their knowledge of statistical analysis and data visualization. Ask situational questions to assess problem solving and critical thinking. Discuss their collaboration experiences. Probe for effective.
Excellent. And can you propose 3 technical questions I can ask to the candidate?
Here are 3 technical questions. 1. How would you optimize a machine learning model for large-scale data? 2. Describe your experience analyzing unstructured datasets. 3. How do you handle data imputation challenges?
Thank you. Very helpful. I will definitely use these for my next interviews. Thanks.
You're welcome. Best of luck with your interviews. If you need further assistance, feel free to ask.
And data scientist was another requisition that Nagarro asked. So all the data are directly from the requisition. Yeah? So taking from the requisition that was made by the recruiter of Nagarro and giving a personal advices. Before we end the session, just to show you a bit of visualization exercise. Here we speak about, I'm showing you a traditional recruitment process. For sure you know better than me what it is and what it is in your organization. So it's just an example of showing, and there are generally a lot of manual tasks in all the process that you have. And with AI, what is very important to point is that we focus also with Nagarro, but with our client, with AI, on the very time-consuming task and the repetitive task. Yeah? So as you can see, posting. So you don't need to post, no need to do approve, reject all the day for CV that are not matching. Of course, calling the candidate, connecting with them, asking for the candidates when we engage with them, generally they're always asking the same thing. Do you have a job description? What is about? How to go further with that? And of course, the screening part, to really, before of course we have a relevant discussion, really to know is the salary matching, is the candidate okay to work in an open space, all the different criteria before of course we start. And here is of course the recruiter who take over and to really focus on what is most important, the human part, human interaction, of course, inside the organization with business partnering, with the hiring manager and other people in the organization, and very important also with the candidate. We have, so I will.
We want to give you some examples of the results and some insights after using AI in a recruiter's work. What you see immediately as an early impact is in the sourcing time, right? Imagine back to our story, a recruiter that needs to source through 16 countries, because in Nagarro you can work anywhere, right? The business is global, teams are global. So when a hiring manager comes to us and raises a job, I don't care where this candidate sits, I just want him to be good SAP developer, speaking German, find him anywhere. Initially, a recruiter would go on LinkedIn, will go on 16 countries, individual local job platforms to post the roles, will then get applicants in all of these. SAP developers don't apply. Anyway, few applicants, but 16 countries is still a lot. You need to check them every day. You need to open CVs, filter through them. We know in Hungary, candidates apply when they are suitable for the job, but in Romania, anybody applies even if they don't have. So these market differences. You, as a recruiter, you need to know these market differences, and this is impacting your work. So now with that SAP developer, you are in 2 weeks' time, 3 weeks' time, in everyday screening through CVs, sourcing through them, until you can now schedule interviews. You move towards the interview, you don't know by heart, maybe, what is the notice period for each country. You don't know the salary ranges, right? If a candidate would say, I want 10,000 euros per day in UK, maybe you don't know if that's possible. And so on and so forth. So just looking at this piece of the sourcing time, with AI help, as you saw, the bot is posting immediately your request in the selected countries, whether you aim for just 3 in our example, or you aim for these 16 countries. So just one requisition, one job upload, or even just tell to the bot the responsibilities of the role, immediately posting them. Then you don't need to go to those several platforms to check for the results. Actually, the bot is selecting the candidates and is sending to your email the suitable ones. You go then to approve them, reject them, or to tell the bot if they got it totally wrong because you forgot to insert in the JD a very specific technology. Now, what are the results? You saw 2 weeks' time to get to one interview. Now with the AI, 24 hours to get to a suitable qualified candidate, or 72 hours if you need to change your requisition because you just saw that the CV was not matching. Imagine how the recruiter role has changed just for this bit. And now, ask them to go back to the traditional manual posting. So this is one result for the key piece. When we looked at the dashboards, as a hiring manager or as an HR lead, you need reports and you ask the team for several reports, right? In Recruiter, and as a recruiter, in my experience, we would track this data in Excel, or we have our ATS, they're working pretty good, but then they don't maybe aggregate the dates, you don't have them at hand. Now you can go to all your, maybe select all your requisitions and want to see the funnel at each stage. What are the bottlenecks? These are interesting conversations that nowadays recruiter can have, Spark has time to have them, can go to the business to change the requisition to say, hey, I sourced through 16 countries. There are just 5 candidates out of those 1 billion in the world, right? So what's next for a recruiter? One food for thought from my side. They told me that they cannot go to a traditional manual process now after testing AI. So what is there for us to understand that we are not just changing the recruiter's work, we are also changing what is the job they will search for in the future and how they want that job to be. So we are changing the recruiter's market, right?
So just to conclude and based on the latest statement that you made, one key takeaway we want to share with you is that AI is becoming one of the main criteria for candidates to join an organization. Yeah, so if they ask sometime, okay, is it AI there, or are we still working in the old way? And also for employees to retain them. Yeah, how we make their life easier. Of course, for recruiter is definitely the topic for today, but it's in all the different parts. And we are also working with Gartner, and Gartner is saying that recruiting is maybe the function with less technology comparing to all the others. So that's a good room to improve. I don't know what do you think, but thank you very much for listening.
And thank you. We are around here and we are waiting for your questions and stories. Maybe you have similar experiences with AI. Maybe you have different experiences. Thank you so much for listening to us.